Hello, everyone, and welcome to our Getting Started workshop. And first, before we jump in, I'd just like to thank all of you for joining us tonight. We know it's a busy time of the year, and happy holidays to all of you. And we know that you have options with your time, and we appreciate you sharing it with us tonight. Again, this is our Getting Started workshop where we're focusing on the 5 success steps to building a stable and lasting business. This is about the fundamentals of our business. So who was this presentation designed for? Basically, for the new person, one of two people. That number one, that new person that wants to learn about the key fundamentals of what they should be doing every day to build a successful business. And number two, any leader or aspiring leader that wants to see how another leader is executing these 5 steps, because the consistency in which you apply these steps on a daily basis will determine your success in this business. Okay, so we have a great training for you tonight. Again, we have one of our best, Richard Kim, President's team member. He's been with PM now for almost 4 years and has built a stable President's team business. And he's going to be here tonight to share how he deploys those 5 success steps on a daily basis. So, Richard, welcome to the call.
Thank you, Mr. Andy Matthews, for having me on the call today. Well, I feel very lucky and blessed to be on the call today. Oh, give me a real quick second. Let me make sure my laptop is charged.
Yeah, that's an important note.
Oh, yeah.
I
don't want
electricity.
I don't want anything to turn off. No, because real quick second.
Make that 6 success steps. Number 1 is having power.
There you go.
There you All right, take it away, my friend.
But let's get on it. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Andy. So let's get on it, guys. I know your time is very valuable, especially at the end of the year. I know everybody has a schedule and busy with the business too. But since you're here and I'm here too, I'm gonna share with you the information how you can start your business. First 5 steps, the most important steps. But before we do that, let me share a little bit of my background so we're not complete strangers. I live here in Orange County, California, but as you can see, I'm Korean, and I'm actually from Korea. And America is a land of opportunity, and we all people who came out of country, we came here because it's a land of opportunity for American dream, right? But living here and studying here, I just didn't see myself fitting anywhere. I just didn't know what to do. I was struggling, and basically didn't have a direction with my life. And a good friend of mine from school actually introduced me to network marketing industry. And at the first place, I wasn't interested because I had no business mind at all. But I saw that friend making money. So that's how I got involved in network marketing. And let me share a couple of my pictures. Okay, so yeah, I've been in the industry for a pretty long time, over 15 years, and I started like I was 19, 20 years. So I was really a little kid when I started the marketing industry. But these are pictures that these are all my teams in a couple of different companies. So I did big business, small business, and failed, made some money in a couple of companies, didn't make money in different companies. But I was always involved in network marketing. Even sometimes I was doing some other business too. I was always involved in network marketing because I knew network marketing is one of the future that is really stable and growing. It's been only growing for like decades, right? So, but the problem was a lot of companies did not have a great integrity. Like, for example, like they promise they're gonna do stuff, but they don't keep the promise. And the problem is that we are the representative we market for the company, right? So we are telling people what's gonna happen, and if it doesn't happen, it is us that ruins our credibility, right? So that was one of the problems. So like it was really hard to find the right company. So right before PM International, I was looking for a solid company. So because the a couple companies, the last couple companies that I got involved, all were like kind of a new company. So I kind of took a risk, right? But I knew if they make it big, I have a chance to make it big. But obviously the risk wasn't that great, I guess, But right before PMI, I was looking for all these. I was searching for all these company, and I wanted to do something solid. But if you want to do something solid in no marketing, usually those are the company who's doing like $500 million, $1 billion companies. But any other company than PM International, they're already huge in the United States. You and I agree, like $1 billion companies, multi-$100 million companies. They're already stable, well established in America. And not only that, a lot of people around me actually try the product out or try the business out. So it's gonna be much harder to doing those business. So and then good friend of mine who worked with me in a different company introduced me to PM International. And first I didn't know anything about the company, but because they were just starting United States. So I didn't know anything about European companies, So I thought it was a small company, but I did some research. I tested the product out, and I was blown away with the product, because I try a lot of nutrition products out there, not just the company that I was involved, but any other company that my friends were involved too, because they wanted to demo the product to me, right? But since I'm young and healthy, I don't feel much. I'm gonna be honest with you. I know it's healthy for you, but I don't feel much different. But with PM International Thin Line products, after I tried it, and every single one of my friends, they loved it too. They've been taking it when they work out, So I knew this is gonna work out. And PM, after researching about the company, they're growing so big, about to be $1 billion company, which they already did multiple times of that. But at the time, like this was like 4 years ago, and I knew PM, whether I get involved or not. I know PM International, they're going to make it huge in the United States. So might as well take advantage of it. I'm sure you guys see the same vision, right? And yeah, we've been, I love to travel too. So a great thing about network marketing, and one of the best thing, the most important thing for me is that I get to travel around the world and actually do business. So I'm not just spending money there. I'm actually making money. That's the beauty of network marketing. Some of you might say, I don't know anybody. I don't know anybody outside of my hometown. But inside of your hometown, you know somebody that knows somebody outside of your hometown, right? Everybody knows that, So that's how you build a business. Like for example, yeah, that's how I did the business. And every country or every city that I want to go vacation, I try to find the representative there. I ask my partners if they know anybody in Hawaii, so I can sign up somebody in Hawaii. So when I go vacation in Hawaii, I can do the business too, right? And yeah, these are some of the pictures after PM International. Yeah, we've been to Germany. We've been to Seattle, East Coast, and it's been a journey. It's been really fun. So let's get to the point. Let's go to the topic. So when I first started on marketing, no, I didn't know what to do, obviously, because I was a young little kid and didn't have any business experience or network marketing experience. So when I sat down at the first meeting, one of my mentor at the time told me that you got to follow the system. In business, in success, you don't have to find your own way. There's always a person who actually went that way and made it happen. And in business, copying is actually not a cheating. It's actually smart. So you just gotta find the right person that is your goal, and do what they do, say what they say, and you get what they have, right? And what are they saying? What are they doing? I don't know anything about it. It's what my mentor told me in network marketing. You gotta follow the system, and that's the reason why we're going over these topics. That everybody went to this training and got these topics and learned this business in the same way. And so some of you might be a new person, or if you're already in business, you're already making it happen. This might be information you can share with your new partners, right? First step, create your story. In network marketing, if I say one word that is most important in network marketing for me, I think it's promoting. And promoting it's very important for you to have your own story. That's the reason why we do 1 minute testimonials, product testimonials, success testimonials, ranking up testimonials, those kind of stuff. The reason we do it is that when you talk to a new person or your prospect, you want them to feel like you were in the same shoes with them, right? So they can see, oh, if this person was in the same shoes with me, he wasn't anything special, and he did this business, he worked hard for it, and he made it happen. Maybe I can make it happen. Yeah, that's the main point of us making us. I keep sharing the story and selling the story, and you have product story before Finline, and what changed, and when you tell your testimonial or your story about your product or the business, you want to share more about the feelings. A lot of people say, this helped me improve this kind of what's called health benefits, or business, I made this kind of money. But more than that, what did you get out of it? So when you share your story, for example, I can tell people that I made this kind of money as a president's team and brag about it. But instead of that, I can tell them I made some money, but because of this money, I've been helping my family financially, and we've been going to vacation, and those kind of like feelings. It's good to have a feeling, share the feeling, so they can actually see themselves feeling the same way, right? Business story. Why did you start? You want to share how you started. What did you do? For example, for me, I already shared my story, right? I was just a broke college student. Prior to the industry, I didn't know what to do. I saw my friends making money, so I started the business, and ever since that, I worked hard for it, right? And yeah, that's the story. So you want to share how you start the business, so they can actually relate. A lot of people can relate with you and see themselves making it happen just like you did. Step 2, contact list. I say contact list is like a bullet, and when you're going on a war, do you want to have one bullet or hundreds of bullets? It's obviously your choice, and it is a simple answer. And context is important. You're not sharing this with anybody else. Like when I started now marketing too, I wrote down 100 lists too, like multiple times. And imagine like my whole family were in Korea. I didn't have any cousins or siblings here in America, right? I just got here, so I didn't have any friends. So imagine me writing down 100 people contact lists. Some of you, when I sit down with people, some people say, I only know 20 people, 10 people. And then when I look into their phone book, they have hundreds of people. So if you think you have like 10, 20 people, look into your phone book. And the reason you want to write down and make a contact list is that I tell people that, to organize it too. So what I do is I write down, like, for example, the second line: family, friends, work, classmates, social. If you organize it, you're gonna start thinking. Remembering and recognizing more people, right? Out of your phone what's called book, right? So, for example, let's give you an example. Let's say I wrote down my friend. Oh, I haven't met this friend for a year. I wrote it down. But when I write him down, I can think of, when did I meet him last time? Who did I meet him last time? Oh, I know his mom. Oh, I know his cousin. You can start writing those people too. Now you have more lists. That's how I started my list. So I only knew a few people. So from those few, so I only knew my friends basically, because I just came out of the country, right? So what I did is, I know my friends were dumb as me because I was young and dumb, right? So what I did is I wrote down a list of few of my friends, and what I did is I met their moms, their parents, and that's how I start the business. But yeah, it is good to always write down. Whenever your business is slow, you don't know what to do, write down a list, make a list, and contact those people. And when you write down a list or recruit them or call them, make sure you don't prejudge. This is one of the main mistakes people do when they're starting, and this is the same mistake I made when I started too. The reason we're sharing these mistakes is that so you don't have to make mistake, right? And when I started, I prejudged too. I said, oh, this friend is wealthy family, so he doesn't need money. Oh, this friend is already successful, very busy. Oh, this friend, I don't know he will do anything like this. Start prejudging. You're not that person, right? We are not that person, right? So our job is not to convince them to start the business. I tell people that our job is to share the business. So what you want to do, what all of us want to do, make sure everybody that knows us know that we're doing PM International. That's my goal. I don't want them to. I don't. I'll be happy if they signed up, but I just want to make sure everybody that knows me knows that I'm doing PM International, because I know one day PM will be huge in the United States and they'll be looking for a sponsor, and because they want to try the product out. And guess what? They know Richard is doing PM International, right? So think about it that way. Don't prejudge. Don't be scared calling people or making a contact list. Just write it down first. And if they say no, guess what? Next person, right? Step 3, appointments. Now you have a list. Now you gotta, keep it super simple, right? KISS, right? And make sure you spend less time on more people. I'd rather spend 1 minute, 100 minutes with 100 people than 100 minutes with one person. Because, this is all numbers game. We're not looking for hundreds of people. We're looking for handful of key players, right? So you want to make sure, you talk to everybody and see which one has a great business mindset with you. Now, making an appointment, create curiosity and tell them why you're talking to them, and give them 2 options. Let's talk about it. Now, curiosity. I like to give curiosity because, when you make up an appointment, I see a lot of people, especially when they're new. I used to do it too. When I started, I used to beg people to come to the meetings and seminars because I wanted to produce. I didn't have any partner. I didn't know what to do. I was like, just come to the meeting once and just take a look at the business once for me. I didn't know how to recruit. But if you do it that way, you're obviously not sharing something great to them. That's why you're begging to them, right? But after starting making money, after having confidence, now I know for sure that when I recruit a person, I'm here to help them. I'm here to help them make extra money. So I'm confident when I'm recruiting a person because I'm here to help them. So when I talk to them, I don't beg them anymore. I give them curiosity. For example, this is like kind of a way how I recruit. I tell them, for example, a couple days ago, I met this Hispanic gentleman in the elevator, right? He said hi, and so I said hi, and we were talking, and then I was asking what he was doing. He was doing a construction thing, and then I asked him if he speaks Spanish, and obviously he does. I can tell he does, right? And when we were talking, and obviously he said yes, right? And I told him, you know what? Oh, you know what? You seems like a very good person, and our company is actually expanding to this area, and we're expanding to South America market. And guess what? We're actually looking for some couple key players who can actually do business. I don't know if you like it. I don't know if you'll be qualified for it. I don't know if my mentor will like you. But let's see what I can do. I can't guarantee you anything right now. But let me get your number. I get back to you. See, I never begged him, right? But guess what? He's gonna wait for my call because I gave him curiosity, right? And so you'll have your own way if you start, taking action. If you start taking action, so many times it becomes an experience and it becomes your skill, right? And why them, and then give them 2 options means like whenever you try to get people to an appointment or close people, it's a good speaking strategy. Conversation strategy. So you give them 2 options. For example, let's say you're trying to invite them in the meeting. I can ask them weekdays, weekends. And if they say weekend, morning time, evening time, morning time. I can give them 2 choice. But if usually when you give people 2 choice, people try to choose one of them. So when you're trying to close, you don't ask them if you want to sign up right now, if you don't want to sign up right now. What I ask? Master or Visa card. Okay, presentation's done. Let's get the paperwork out of the way. I'm ready. Let's take action. What do you want to sign up with? MasterCard or Visa card? I gave them two options. And some people might think, oh, I wasn't gonna sign up, but since I asked that question, they're gonna choose one of the cards. So you can use that skill too. It always works. And then edify your speaker. We gotta make sure we edify the speaker. It doesn't have to be your sponsor. It doesn't have to be your partner, but whoever speaks that night, if you're inviting to a webinar, what I recommend you to do is figure out who's doing the speaking that day, and that's what I do. And then I edify that person to this new person, so they're participating. For example, it can be a webinar too. It can be a one-on-one presentation in a coffee shop. It can be a hotel seminar. It doesn't matter. Whoever speaks, try to edify that person, because recruitment. Some people might say recruiting is easy. For me, I don't think recruiting is easy. It's not hard, but it's not easy, I think. But that's the reason why whenever I try to recruit a person, I do everything in 100% best way so I can get the best result out of it. Because like recruiting is not an easy thing compared to other people than me. So I try to get something out of it for sure. So that's why I try to figure out if I'm inviting them to a webinar, I try to figure out who's doing the speaking, or if I'm doing one-on-one presentation, I want to make sure that that speaker is edified, so this new person or new guest is actually participating. I see whenever I do a one-on-one presentation, I can tell whenever that my partner invite a guest, I can tell if my partner edified me or not from that attitude from a new person or a guest, right? If you don't edify the speaker, and if your sponsor is anywhere not successful, he can be there anywhere you want them and nothing special, maybe your guest is gonna feel the same way. But if you tell them that your sponsor is a top producer, making it happen, so busy, I feel very lucky to work with him, but he's actually spending time, and I told him about you, but he's actually willing to meet you. Make sure I give him so much respect. Make sure you give him same respect so you don't make me look bad. It's the same person. Guess what? The attitude is different when the guest is here, right? So you want to edify your speaker, and you want to teach. We want to teach our new partners to edify the speaker, so the speaker can actually do their job and sharing the information. Bring all your marketing tools. Yeah, whenever you meet a person, bring your marketing tools, documents, PPTs, computer. I even demo bag, obviously. I even bring Activize, Omega-3, and Ultimate Young, because these products are wow factor products. These are something they try it or put it on their face, they feel it right away. They see the difference right away. So these are the products I always carry, and these are the marketing tools and wow factors, right? And close. Show them 3 ways to start. There's 3 ways to start. Well, you can start as a customer. You can start as a team partner. You can start as a manager pack. You can start as an auto ship. There's a lot of options. But what I recommend all of you to do is that this is how I do it. You will always want to close people at the highest package first, and if the money bothers them, you lower it down. This is how I do it. I tell them about the manager pack. Obviously, I don't tell them to just sign up as a manager pack. You tell them why they want to sign up as a manager pack, right? You explain. You do the same work as a team partner, as a manager, you make money, make more money, right? And as a manager, you get more discount. You get a lot of benefit doing that. So most people start with the manager pack, and I started with the manager pack. So let's get you started with the manager pack. Some people might say, master or visa. Some people might give you master or visa, but some people might say, I don't know, manager pack might be too much for me for now. Then you can tell them, oh, no problem. You can get them later, and let's get you at least the auto ship. So you have 3-month product in advance, so you have products to actually demo out, right? And you can, that's how you can people started, right? And obviously you want to share all the details, because one of my partner made a mistake. How she did it is that she signed up as a authorship, not a manager pack, which is fine. But the problem is she thought manager pack wasn't for her, so she got authorship. So she thought everybody around her feels the same way. So when she signed up a person, she didn't even share about the manager pack. She only told them about the authorship. Guess what? That person signed up after a couple of days. She found out about the manager pack, so she complained to that sponsor. Why didn't you tell me about the manager pack? I would have saved more money. I would have loved it. I would have taken more action. I took more action. So that's why you want to share all the information and let them choose. Let them choose. You're not gonna convince them on do things that they're not willing to do. You just share the information and share the options so they can choose. Now, when you're recruiting or setting up an appointment, it's all about timing, not a talent. In business, it's all about timing, and you cannot say right things to the wrong person, or you cannot say wrong things to the right person. So it's all about timing. So some people might say yes, some people might say no. Doesn't matter. When they say yes, they're helping you to build your business. You're gaining your asset in your business, but when they're saying no, you're actually building yourself. We're building ourselves. As you see all these successful people in PM International. The reason they're successful is that they heard so much more no's than us. That's the reason why. So don't be scared. It doesn't matter if they say no. Just find a new person. It's all about timing. Some people, when they say no, it's not no forever. It means no right now. No, that's the reason why you want to follow up. So a couple of my partner has a good friend of them, but they prejudge or they try to recruit and they say no and they just give up on them. But after a couple of years, they totally forgot their friends involved in PM International because they weren't interested at all at the beginning. But later on, another person in a different team asked her, and at the time she was interested, so she got involved. Now my partner, who's her friend, is very mad. But whose fault is that? It's my partner's fault because she didn't follow up, right? So that's why you want to look for a right timing. Emotional roller coaster. Help your partners, especially new partners, to control their emotional roller coaster. This is really important because if you're involved in a business, not just in PM, in any marketing company, let me ask you if you have this experience. I have this experience so many times, especially in the beginning of the business. Who signed up? New person signs up and buys a package, hundreds of dollars buying a package, right? Next day, they don't pick up a call. I'm trying to help them and build them business and help them out, but they just signed up. They spend money to sign up, but they're not picking up the call. But usually, or some people might say next day, I want to cancel, I want to return, I want to cancel the service. Some might say that. And we all know the reason they say that is they got excited. When we sign up, you remember when you signed up too. I remember that was like 17, 18 years ago, but I still remember. I was very excited, but I was very scared, right? And I'm sure everybody feels the same way. But if you go out there and take an action, usually you take action to your family or best friends, right? And your family, your best friend knows you better than anybody else. So when I first heard it, I was like, when I first started taking action, I got excited. I'm like, I think I got it. I think I can get all my friends. So I started talking to my best friend, and what did they say? Do you think they said, yes, Richard, let's get rich? No, they say, you're stupid. Richard, you're stupid. You don't know anything about business. You're not gonna make it happen. They say all this kind of stuff. So I was discouraged. So I ended up almost canceling too, because after a couple of days, I went to the office and I was discouraged. I wanted to cancel in my mind, right? But after talking to my mentor, obviously I stayed. That's the reason why I'm here. But if my sponsor told me about the emotional roller coaster before I got into that emotional roller coaster, I'll probably get out of it way faster. We are all human beings. We all have emotion. It's not that the Champions League doesn't go through the emotional roller coaster. They all go through emotional roller coaster. Even Randy goes through emotional roller coaster. All of us do. But the difference between people like Randy or people like us, successful people, they get out of the emotional roller coaster really quick. That's the difference. So if we want to prevent it, you tell your brand new people, how you started the business and how you got into that emotional roller coaster. So let me give you an example. New person signs up, I'll tell that person, before you go home, let me share a little bit about how I got started. After I got started, I got too excited. I went to my friends and families and told them about the business. I was drawing circle. I didn't know how to explain, so I was just drawing circle how much money we can make. So they thought I was stupid. So I got discouraged. I came to cancel the service and started talking to them. My mentor told me that are they in a successful lifestyle? And obviously they're just students, and none of them were successful. They're actually broke, and I told them they're all broke. And my mentor told me, why would you want to take financial advice from a broke person, right? If you take advice from a broke person, you're going to end up being broke, right? That clicked me. I'm like, if I want to be different, I got to do something different. And I tell this story to new people. That's the reason is that when they go home, take action, and when they hear no, they're going to think, oh, this is what Richard told me. So I should just skip this person, go to the next person. We're only looking for a handful of people. I don't need you. They'll be stronger, So that's why you wanna, if you have a lot of people canceling out or not picking up your call after signing up, this is it. You might wanna start telling people about the emotional roller coaster when they sign up. 5 SW. Some will, some wait, some won't. So what? So who's next? You gotta be good at nexting people. Good at nexting people. So, like I said, we are looking for handful of people, handful of key players, right? And we're not signing out everybody in the world. So, when the people say no, just skip them, find a new person, and then follow up with them later, and write down a list. When you're writing down your contact list, make a list of people who are interested, involved. B's are the people who are curious, kind of involved or didn't have money. C's are the people who are negative. So you can follow up with each people in a different way, right? Conversion. Now, be someone you want to work with. When you're talking to people, you want to be someone, or when you're recruiting somebody too, obviously you want to be someone you want to work with, right? Just be in their shoes. If you're wearing a flip-flop and a short in the market, you're not dressed up as a successful business person and you're trying to recruit a person, it's not going to work out that well, right? They're going to think like, you're not even successful. How are you going to recruit me as a successful, right? So you want to look successful, be a positive person, try to look good, try to lose weight when you're in a nutrition company, right? Try to use our skincare product and have a better skin. Try to make yourself better person to work with, right? Obviously, let them try the product. And when you sign up a new person, first thing is let them try the product. Obviously, when you sign up, when we all sign up too, any company that I got involved, when I sign up, I buy all the product they have. With PM2, I didn't just buy the manager pack. I bought the whole product. Entire product. Obviously, when I started 4 years ago, we had only half of the product what we have right now here. But I do that to any company like that I get involved because I'm serious. When I'm doing a business, I don't want to just put my toe in. I want to jump in and make sure if this works or not. If it doesn't, I'm just going to get out of it. But if it does, I want to make sure I make it happen from the beginning, right? So, if it's your own business, obviously this is our own business, right? If it's your own business and you don't know anything about the product and there are products that you never tried, obviously that means you're not going to market that product. And I would like to market all the Finline products we have because those are great products, right? Now, follow up. Follow up is the key for success. Whenever you sign up a person and whenever you try to recruit and people say no or yes too, you can always follow up. Even your partners too. Some partners might be inactive after a year, and you want to follow up, see if they're interested to redo the business or re-sign up, right? Create connection. Yeah, you want to always create connection with your new people or new partners. I had a moment that uh, in the beginning, I was young, and I just couldn't, I just didn't know how to manage people. So two of my team, they were both my team, but they were a separate team from my group, right? A team, B team, right? And they got into argument, and a lot of them quit. I had that experience like 15 years old. It wasn't a good experience, but I was discouraged, and my mentor told me that you know people can quit the business, people can quit the learning business, but people cannot quit on family. So try to create connection, be their best friend, be the best friend with the people who's actually producing and making every step of your way to success, right? Now the last thing is confidence is everything. You want to be confident when you're talking to your new partner or your guest. Obviously, people follow confident people, right? Especially in a successful business, right? And some of you might heard how I got involved, but I told you, my friend signed me up, but when I first signed up, this is what happened. I went to a meeting. This was like 200 people meeting. So I was negative. I was sitting in the back seat, and I wanted to leave early, but I just couldn't because there were so many people I was gonna, interrupt. I didn't want to interrupt, so I stayed there, but I didn't understand much because I wasn't paying attention, right? But my friend from school had a sponsor. So after the meeting, my friend's sponsor came to me right away, and he sat down and he was yelling at me. He was actually like a motivation speaker. He was like, Richard K, we're gonna make it happen. Did you see a big vision? I'm gonna get you to the top. We're gonna make it happen. He was all excited. I was scared. I was like, what is this guy on? But anyways, he got excited. He got excited. So I kind of felt like I don't know anything about the business, but the number made sense. And I feel like if I don't do anything with this guy, I'm gonna lose something. I feel like if I do something with this guy, I can make something happen. First time meeting this guy, and I ended up signing up, right? But I found out this was after a couple of weeks that I found out that sponsor and my friend signed up a couple days before I did. So he was a new person, but I felt like that he was a successful, confident person. That's why I signed up. Guess what? I produced that company too. We did six-figure monthly revenue in our first year. And so my friend and the sponsor, who was a new person too, made a lot of money too. But the reason is that he was confident. And that's why when you're talking to new people, and people think like, oh, I don't know much information, I gotta learn more. But more than that, honestly, I feel like PM is a great company, Finline is a great product. But more than that, when you're talking to a new person, they're looking into us first, right? So I'm trying to sell myself. So I'm trying to be confident. I'm trying to be somebody who want to work with, people want to work with, and be an open-minded person. So that person can be open-minded too. So yeah, last thing, building a team. When you're building a team, you want to make sure your partners get all the incentives we have, like training, travel, BMW. These are the incentives or the events that will change people's life. It will happen. I told you I got involved, but I didn't do business for a few months when I started the business. How I got started to actually take action is to attending to one of the convention training, and blew my mind. And so that's why you want to promote the event and promote the training and make sure everybody gets that as many as incentive as they can. That will actually boost them up to do the business, big business, right? And recognition, you want to do a recognition in your partner And a company, as a PM company, they do recognition too, but you want to do your own recognition with your partners too, right? And remember this: if you help enough people to get what they want, you'll get everything you want. So when each company ranked they have a different title for each rank, but for example, president's team. I was shooting for a president's team in a different company, right? It's not president's team, but let's say it's president's team, just to make it easy. I was shooting for president's team in a different company. I was lagging, so I didn't know what to do. So I was talking to my mentor, and my mentor told me that this, he told me this, don't think about your position. Don't try to be a president's team. Just help three, four people to do to become a marketing manager. Forget about your position. Help people to become a marketing manager. I promise you, become a president's team. And it happened. So that's why you want to help your partners to rank up as many rank as they can, as many as people can rank up to, and that will help your business. And obviously, it'll be a strong business, right? And this is my BMW incentives. We have 3 X5s in our team. So I guess network marketing is a duplication. I'm the first one who got the X5 in my team. All of my partners are getting X5 or X3. Everybody's getting an SUV. But it's fun. When we meet up, it's all BMWs in front of the restaurant, and it's fun. And I hope all of you have the same experience. And I know for sure, like I said in the beginning, I know PM is going to be huge in America, and they're already huge in the worldwide, right, globally. So people are already interested, taking a look at the company, starting about the company. So soon we'll see PM blowing up big time, and we're in the right timing at the right place. So let's take action. These information, these trainings are great, but if we don't take action, it's nothing. My favorite speaker on motivation or business-minded person is Jim Rohn. I know some of you might know him. He said, "Wisdom and faith uninvested in labor is wasted." So let's take action. Let's make it happen. I hope you guys have a great Christmas and a happy New Year's. Thank you, Mr. Randy, for having me on the call. God bless you guys. Thank you.
All right, Richard, I tell you, thanks so much. If everybody just applies half the nuggets that you shared tonight, you're going to be successful. And I hope everyone took a lot of notes. And if you have questions, just pop them in the Q&A, and then we'll ask Richard. We'll take about 10 minutes here and do a quick Q&A session. And while you're doing that, I'll just share my top 3 takeaways from your talk, Richard. There was number one is when you talked about you literally begging people to come to events earlier. And I've always said that, and I've heard this, and I know you've heard it, is ignorance on fire is better than knowledge on ice, right? If you're excited, if you're passionate, again, your story about the sponsor yelling at you, and he was just a couple of days in the business before you. I mean, that just shows when the excitement and passion can go a long way.
100%.
And secondly, on just momentum, when your business is stuck, just write a new contact list. Get some new names out there. And I've heard this frequently. There's nothing wrong with your business that 2 to 3 new team partners can't correct.
Yes.
And I was going to ask, do you ever encourage people to do a no list? Because I've heard of.
Oh, yeah, I do. Of course.
Who's the quickest that can get 100 no's?
Yeah. No list is important too, but because like I said, it's all about timing. Some people, they might say no, but I would say if you stick around for a long time in no marketing, all of them sign up. Isn't that true, Andy? All of my friends, they said no, they all signed up.
Yeah.
Eventually, some of them might be not here in the business at the moment, but they all signed up.
That's true. That's very because timing. You just never know when the timing is going to be right, and people's life circumstances change, and you just never know. And the third point was in your options, that call to action, Visa or MasterCard. I hope everybody wrote that down as a key takeaway, because you stay in control of the message when you do that. Because I know a lot of people will do this. After they finish their presentation, they'll say, "What do you think?" And now you've just invited that person to be objective.
Yeah.
So
it's like this: when you go into a liquor store and you're buying a gum, when you give it to the cashier, your gum, the cashier's not gonna ask you, what do you think about it? You know, are you gonna buy it right now? Or are you gonna buy it tomorrow? Cashier is gonna say cash or credit card, right?
Right.
You gotta
Right.
have that mindset. You gotta have that mindset that this person's gonna sign up no matter what. You just gotta ask them how they're gonna sign up.
Yep. And that's the strength behind the call to action. So
Yeah.
that's a great point. I hope everyone takes that away with them. Take that into the holidays with you because that's a revenue generating point right there. All right. Well, hey, we don't have any Q&As, no questions in the chat. So obviously you did a very good job of explaining, the 5 success steps. So again, thank you for being with us tonight. For all of you that joined us, again, we so appreciate you sharing your time with us tonight. And we wish you all the happiest of holidays. So again, have a good evening, everyone. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye bye. Merry Christmas.